You guys have seemed to enjoy ranking videos, and I've been enjoying making them, so I'm doing another one today. What's up, Star Wars fans and action figure collectors? Darth Collector here, and in today's video I'm going to be ranking every Wookie/Wookie Warrior figure in my collection, except for one of the Force Awakens, like, sequel trilogy Chewbacca's, because I just didn't feel like that was necessary in a Wookie Warrior video. We already got 2 Chewbacca's. Right before we get done with that, we're almost at 250 subscribers. I think we're only like 9 away. So if you could help me reach that goal, that'd be awesome. Maybe hit the subscribe button. And yeah, let's rank some Wookiees. Alright, here they are. Now, I think you guys all know how this works. Basically, we're going to go through from worst to best, and I'm going to just pick one, and then it's going to get eliminated until basically there's just one man standing. Now, I have a couple doubles, like this guy's the same as this guy, so I decided to give this Wookiee the ultimately important role of demonstrating what happens when they lose a game of Dejarik. Basically that chess game they see on the Millennium Falcon.
Nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
It's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
Okay, so now we've come to eliminate the first Wookiee, and I think the first choice is pretty obvious. After this one, though, it's going to get a lot harder. So, first one we're going to be eliminated is this guy. He is unnamed, but he came with the Wookiee fighter craft with the propellers and stuff that go up and down. And I think he's great for that, but he can't not sit. And so not being able to stand is definitely a major hit for this guy. His legs aren't articulated. They might have made him articulated so he could still sit down and stand up, but this guy is just stuck sitting. So he's like 3 points of articulation, 4 if you count his head, but it doesn't move at all because of his hair. So I think you all know what time it is. Eliminated. Alrighty, so now it gets a little bit harder from here. We've got some of these guys like Muru here, who's very articulated, very good figure, who I'm definitely not taking out this time. But we've got a couple of doubles. These two guys are the same exact figure, except different paint, obviously, and different outfits, but they're the same Wookiee. And so I'm really not sure. I think, honestly, I'm going to have to go with this Chewbacca, because this Chewie is one of those figures where it has a action feature. So you squeeze his legs and his arms lift up a little bit. And we all know action features like this are not good. And you can't actually stand this guy up unless you lean him back like this. So standing him up like at all, if you try to go straight, he just falls. So, eliminated. Alrighty, I was just messing with this guy because I'm considering taking him out. But I think the better choice and more obvious choice is going to be this guy right here. The only reason I say that is not only is he another action feature figure, which isn't a bad thing in this case, but it's kind of stupid, but it doesn't detract from the figure at all. He doesn't have any knee articulation, so he can't bend his knees. Almost all the figures left do except for Tarful, but I just can't eliminate Tarful yet because he's just such a cool looking dude. So this guy also, on one of his hands right here with the shield, this shield barely goes in his hand. I have to disconnect the shield because his hand's essentially just closed. Like, you can't put stuff in this hand. So you have to, like, break the shield and, like, pull it out. This is the first time I've ever gotten his shield in there. Normally I give it to this guy in displays. So this guy gets eliminated. Alright, so now we're in the top 5. Like I said earlier, we're not ranking this guy because we all know he'd be number 1. Taking a look at these figures, I am not really sure, because you guys know I kind of do these videos on the fly, so I haven't really thought about this at all beforehand. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm not really sure. You know, I like this guy, so he's going to stay in. He's definitely good. And personally, I really like this Tarful figure just because of, like, the accessories, like the club, and just overall, he's a really cool figure, so I don't want to take him out of the game quite yet, even though he doesn't have knee articulation, which is a big thing going against him. I think the next figure I'm going to take out is going to have to be this guy. And it's just because of how he holds his accessories. And personally, I just like this guy's paint a little bit better, even though they're the same sculpt. This guy, his helmet doesn't really go on his head. It just sits on there. It just takes a tiny tap to knock it off. Like, it's just sitting there. If I flip this figure over, it's coming off. And look at, see his gun? Same thing. If I flip the figure over, this hand doesn't really hold that gun that well. And the other hand's too tight. Actually, that worked pretty well that time, but there it goes. So, anyways, I don't expect it to hold the gun extremely well either, except all these figures do. Well, he doesn't even have accessories. Maybe I should have taken this guy out. I just like that paint a lot better than this guy's paint, so I'm keeping him in. Anyways, eliminated. Didn't even hear a good thump on that one. It's probably a good thing. Alright, I'm not going to cut the camera. I'm looking at this again. The next one out for me is honestly just going to have to be this Chewbacca. I think the scaling on this figure, looking at it compared to these figures, is just not optimal. Like, look at the size difference of this. This Chewbacca, I know Chewie's smaller than other Wookiees, but he just shouldn't be this small. I don't know, man. This Chewie seems way too small. I'm going to have to take him out of the game for that, just because it doesn't look right next to all these other Wookiees, and I need to get a good thumbnail picture. So, you all know what time it is. Eliminated. Now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't just throw my figures on the ground like that, but meh, it's fine. So we're in the top 3. We've got Maru, Tarfall, and this Wookiee Gunner. Now, I'm thinking about between these two, because this guy doesn't have a lot of accessories, but this guy doesn't have knee articulation. And personally, I like Tarfall better, I think, even though this guy is super cool. These guys gotta be my top 2 favorites. I'm trying to decide if I'm going with which is the better figure, not including accessories. I think I would take out Tarfall. With accessory, man, it's tough for me. Let me know in the comments what you think for these ones, because I really can't decide. Honestly, I'm gonna take out Tarfall. I don't know. It's tough between these two, man. What do you guys think? Am I about to make a dumb decision, or am I about to make a good decision? Honestly, I'm gonna take out Tarfall. I really like both of these guys a lot, and honestly, for my pure preference, I like Tarfall better as a character, obviously, and I don't know, I like his like braids better, I liked his sculpt better, but as an actual figure, I think that this one might be better. I don't know. You know what, screw it, we're keeping Tarfall in. Tarfall earned his spot. This guy's getting out of here with a very regretful elimination. Eliminated. Well, based on the previous debate, you all know there's only one winner here. So, we're going to be eliminating Tarfall. I really like this Tarfall figure, I really like his club, but I can't justify putting him above a fully articulated figure that just has better accessories, better sculpting, just pretty much better everything, to be totally honest with you. Love this figure, but this is a better figure. So, Tarfall is going to get eliminated for now. Now, some of the reasons why I put this guy above the other ones, like his accessories, the other guy I took out because his hat falls off and he can't hold his accessories. That doesn't happen for this guy. This pistol's a little bit weird, so I'm just going to get rid of it, but he can hold it fine. Same with the stick. It's a little weird, but it's great. It fits with the character, and he has it in the movies. This is the Wookiee that first leads the charge in Revenge of the Sith, by the way. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Did I get this ranking right, or did I get it wrong? Let me know down in the comments below. If you haven't already, also please be sure to subscribe, because eventually I'd like to hit 1,000, and we're almost at 250 right now, which is about a fourth of that. So really appreciate it if you could do that. Also, just leave a comment. I really like reading them, and I'll make sure to respond to all your comments unless they're really, really stupid. It's got to be pretty bad though, because I've responded to almost every comment so far. Anyways, stay safe, guys. It's a crazy world out there right now, and may the Force be with you always.